Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining. I am Dawn E. Stevens, the author of Getting Out of God's Way. And so, again, thank you for those who are joining us on YouTube. Thank you for those who are joining us on Facebook. And thank you for those of you who are joining us on our Transform and Travel community page. Also, for those who are viewing on Zoom, thank you. We appreciate you very much for your commitment and dedication to our journey of getting out of God's way. And so it is with much pleasure. It is with much pleasure that I get to come and join us and having this conversation on tonight. Um, as we, again, getting out of God's way, a journey of surrender and obedience. We started this earlier in this year. The journey started last year as I was writing the book out of obedience so that I could share with those of you all who would join me on the journey. And so, for those of you all who may not know me, this is a quick introduction. We are talking about the sweet experience at Woman Evolved 2024. And gathering with us has never been so sweet. And so we started our journey of surrender and obedience, and our journey is now continuing with our private sweet experience at Woman Evolved in September, hosted by Sarah Jakes Roberts. And so one of the things that we know that this does promise that it will be an unforgettable experience with revelation, transformation, worship, and Christ-centered fellowship. And so we want to just make sure that our heart postures are clear. Those who are a part of our community may have already seen that um, the Woman Evolve community is fasting for leading up to Woman Evolve. And so we just want to make sure that we avail ourselves to that as well. Again, just a little bit about me. I am a teacher, I am an author, I'm an international speaker, as well as a minister. And so, one of the things that I have been blessed to do in this particular season of my life, I don't limit myself to the things that I do, but just one of the things that I've been able to do in this season is to travel the world, helping to create sacred spaces for people to experience transformation. And so, that's exactly what I plan to do as we um, all come together in partnership and lead ourselves to a sacred space in Arlington, Texas for the Woman Evolve conference. And so, for those who were on the journey, I do want to say thank you for partnering with me. It has been truly a blessing. I love to get all of the testimonials that we've been receiving, all of the information that you've shared in regards to how God has blessed you. Um, has been a tremendous blessing to me. And so I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your willingness to share and be transparent about how you're going through the book, Getting Out of God's Way, a journey of surrender and obedience has been a blessing to you in your life. And so I don't want you to take it lightly that this experience it's just something that is happenstance. We know that God orchestrates all things and things are done decently and in order. And so, as we had an opportunity to walk through this book multiple times, right? Because some of us are on our third or fourth time, some of us on our first time, some of us are in the midst of the journey right now. And so, if you haven't had an opportunity to do so, I just wanted to ask you to, you can avail yourselves to purchase Getting Out of God's Way at gettingoutofgodsway.com. It definitely would be a blessing to you. I always encourage people to go to gettingoutofgodsway.com to purchase the book because that way I can sign the book and give you a personal message and send it to you. And not to mention, if you know me, you know I am a coach for Christian entrepreneurs. And so I'm always talking about making sure that you're making economically smart business decisions, right? And so when you begin to publish your book on other platforms, there's a different setup for that. So you can also purchase the book on Barnes and Nobles as well as Amazon. So you can purchase them in both places. So as we continue on in our conversation, you say, why did we choose Woman Evolve for our meetup, right? So you want to know, why did we choose Woman Evolve? There's so many other things that we possibly could have done. Why Woman Evolve? Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching. Why did we choose Woman Evolve? So those of you all who can see my screen, you can see. So we started going to Woman Evolve the first year. So in the first year, myself and Pastor Keisha went to Woman Evolve in Denver. We had an awesome and amazing time there, and we experienced our own personal transformation, some similar and some different. And so, again, I don't like to really encourage people to do things that one, I haven't experienced, or I don't know anyone who has experienced it. So because we had experienced Woman Evolve, and as you can see in the pictures, multiple times, right? So you see the first year, you see the year that I attended virtually, and then you see the year that we attended again. You don't see the pictures of the other ladies, but you do see my photo there. And then you see the 2024, right? And then you see the 2024. Oh, hey, twin. Um, but friends don't let friends experience transformation alone. So if you've ever come across a nice shoe, a nice purse, something that you thought was bomb dope, you've always recommended somebody else try it, right? You always recommend, oh, girl, you got to taste that ice cream. Oh, you got to taste the peach cobbler. Oh, you have to, oh, that cake is slapping. Oh, the turkey legs. I just recently went to Houston with my nephew. I mean, with my niece, my daughter, and my nephew to say, oh, y'all got to go to the turkey leg hut. Lisa was going to love the turkey legs, right? And so it's the same thing when you go to a conference and you experience transformation in a way that's unexplainable, in a way that's life changing, then you just want to share in that experience for other people. And so what we said is we wanted to make sure that we're not letting our friends transform alone, right? So we wanted to invite others along this journey. One of the things that I did share as we started the Getting Out of God's Way journey is all of the trips that we would take this year to meet up, whether it was a retreat, whether it was joining at the Sweet Experience for the Woman Evolve conference, would be at cost things, right? And what do I mean when I say at cost? Would mean I'm only doing them at the same cost that it would cost to take place, right? So there is really no markup for these types of events. I'm giving it to you at the same cost that it costs, right? So that's my motto, because what the Lord spoke to me was just to make sure that I could bring as many people along on the journey as possible. And so all barriers of entry, um, I try to reduce, right? So no, you can probably save yourself some of the trouble of going here, forth, and everywhere trying to figure some certain things out, because I've kind of tried to figure those things out in advance for you, so that as many people could come as possible. And so, what is Woman Evolve? So some of us are like, "Well, Woman Evolve, I'm not really sure what Woman Evolve is. I don't even know who runs Woman Evolve. What is it all about?" And so, what we do know is that Woman Evolve is a conference that's hosted by Sarah Jakes Roberts, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts. Of now the Potter's House in One Church. She is the daughter of Bishop T.D. Jakes. However, if you've ever had any encounters with her preaching, her teaching, definitely can be very revelatory and just an awesome experience overall, right? And so what I wanted to do is to give us all an opportunity to understand what Woman Evolve is, what the lineup is, who are the speakers this year, because sometimes we go to conferences and we are not really prepared. We haven't really thought about where the Lord is leading us, or we go to all of the things and maybe the Lord is just asking us to go to a few things. And so here I am going to share my screen just quite a bit, because instead of using the slides, I just want us to know, and if you can just confirm with me that you can see my screen inside the YouTube channel, that would be great, or inside our StreamYard channel. Awesome. So this is the slides for the Woman Evolve conference, and I'm going to take myself off this screen so that sorry, I wanted to take myself off the screen, but if you won't be able to hear me if I do that. So guess I won't do that. So this is the Woman Evolve website. And so what I wanted to take us to was the Woman Evolve lineup. And so you can see here all of the guests who will be at Woman Evolve, everyone from Pastor Torrey, Pastor Sarah's husband, Dr. Anita Phillips, talks a lot about healing and healing in the mind. You have Dr. Cheryl Berry, and one of my core favorites is Priscilla Shire of the War Room, and now of the movie The Forge, going beyond ministries, and the armor of God. I mean, there's so many studies. She's the daughter of Pastor Tony Evans. And so there's just so many robust people on this lineup, anyone from worship leader Tasha Cobbs Leonard, to Kayla Wanaki. But you can see all of the list, right? And I don't need to go through the entire list, but I just wanted to make sure that we understood who was actually going to be at Woman Evolve, right? Who's going to be in attendance at Woman Evolve, what the lineup looks like. And here, let's talk about the schedule, right? So we may want to know what the schedule is for Woman Evolve. And so if you can see here, Wednesday, September the 25th is when Woman Evolve kind of kicks off that little bit of inner circle. So you'd have to have a separate ticket for those things. So you have inner circle tickets, but you will need to have that. But they also have pre-registration on the night of the 25th, right? The night on the 25th, starting at 5 o'clock, you can pick up your registration packets and things of that nature. However, those who are in the suite, we won't have to do that because I will have access. We have remote access to our suite, so we don't have to do any type of pre-registration, check-in, pick up, things like that. We will just go and have access to our suite. We are talking about, there's also Wednesday night Bible study at the Potter's House on that Wednesday night from 7 to 9 for those who are planning on flying in on that night. Then we can kick off to Thursday, September the 26th is the first day of the actual Woman Evolve conference. And you can see here, it kicks off with with Priscilla Shire. And when she's talking about Woman Evolve worship and the word Woman Evolve worship team, right? So you have Dr. Priscilla Shire, and you just look at this schedule. So the conference typically runs from 10 a.m. to about 9 p.m. So you see there's a lunch break there between 1 and 5. I do believe that we will be provided lunch inside of our suite. And so I am still awaiting the final confirmation for that. However, and then you can see here, there's a group therapy session called Mother Wombs, right? Mother Wombs. And just, I suggest that you avail yourself to review the schedule before you go. And that way you kind of have an idea of what's speaking or what's pulling on you the most, I should say. Also on the 27th, same difference. Doors open at 10 a.m. And we'll be there till about sometime after 9. There's going to be prayer and worship at 8 p.m. on that night. So just make note of that. On the Friday night, there will be prayer and worship. And then Saturday, conference kicks off at 10 again, and it should be over by 1 o'clock, right? It should be over by 1 o'clock. And then there's usually like an overflow of conference attendees who may attend worship service at the Potter's House in Dallas. Okay. So who may attend service at the Potter's House in Dallas. And then what else I wanted to cover in this particular section, I'm going to add my slide back to the stage because I had added some links inside of this section that I wanted to share, but this is what I'm going to do. I am going to go to, and if you all could tell me if you can hear, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear this.
Surrender. Woman Evolve, make some noise in this place. God is raising up women everywhere to take their places. Get ready because we're moving into mission mode. This is not a recess. This is not the playground. This is the kingdom of heaven. The same anointing that raised Lazarus from the dead has touched my sisters in a fresh new way. God's just waiting on us to step into it. It's still in you to win. It's still in you to have dominion. It's still in you to subdue. It's still in you to tread on serpents. I'm going to do something you've never seen before. When we leave this place, the earth will have no choice but to shake. There is no sweeter position than to be surrendered to that which only God can do.
So one of the things that you may recognize is if you look here, it says ready, set, surrender. And so as I asked, like when I said, why did we choose Woman Evolve, right? Why did we choose Woman Evolve? We chose Woman Evolve because the theme mirrored what we were doing inside of Getting Out of God's Way, a journey of surrender and obedience. Now, I will tell you, I had already registered for Woman Evolve. I had already registered for Woman Evolve this year prior to knowing that it was going to be Ready, Set, Surrender. But when Ready, Set, Surrender was announced, I think maybe February, that was the title, is when the Lord placed it on my heart to go ahead and move forward and invite others to join. Because one of the things that I also had started to do, I used to do these gatherings all the time, but I had because of the level of responsibility that is required and all of the coordination that one must do to do something like this, I moved away from that because I wanted to focus more on studying and doing other things. And so, but this one just happened to be one that fell into the flow of what God was already revealing to us. And so I'm not sure if you are aware. So I did add optional meetups, right? So there are other dates. The conference runs from the 26th, 27th, and 28th, right? These are some other optional meetup times that I wanted to include for those who are traveling to Dallas, right? I know some are staying with us, some may not stay. So I know that was a conversation that we were having in regards to who would stay in the lodging and who will stay with family members and friends, because we do have people who are local in Dallas who will join us in the suite and drive from their homes. Okay, and so again, September 25th, we're attending Wednesday night Bible study from 7 to 9. On the 28th, we'll have a transformation recap at 2 o'clock. I figure we can just go to lunch and just kind of talk about what the experience is for those who are staying over to Sunday. If you are leaving on Saturday and you have to catch a flight, we totally understand. No big deal. We just want to make sure that other people are aware that that is what's taking place. On Sunday service, 9 a.m. at the Potter's House. And then after that service, we would also grab, a meal again, just to kind of talk about even further what the Lord has continued to reveal during our time there. So what the suggesting time, what we're saying, our suggestion is for this particular trip is that you plan to come on September 25th, the night of September 25th, so that when you arise the next day that you would be there for the first session, right? And then some of us are departing on the 28th, some are departing on the 29th, and some are departing on the 30th. Whatever your plans there are, for whatever reason those are, that's fine with me. There is no mandatory anything. I just wanted to make sure that we are aware of everybody's schedule. And so those are additional optional dates that if you want to participate in those things, you sure can. And so I wanted to make sure that you were aware that those other things were taking place. And what is the suite experience? So, some people are like, well, you're talking about this suite experience. What is that actually? And so this is what the suite experience includes. Okay. The suite experience is an opportunity that I came across as I was looking for something, and I saw this option for the suite experience. And so I inquired and was grateful that I had an opportunity to be able to participate in this. And so the suite experience includes your ticket to Woman Evolve. So for all 3 days of the conference, right? For those who were a part of Getting Out of God's Way, I kind of kept the invite a little bit more close to the hip. I think we have maybe 4 tickets remaining. And so I may open it up to people who were not a part of Getting Out of God's Way. If you know people that you want to invite, you can do so. And then we have a Getting Out of God's Way hosted retreat. And so our retreat will have air conditioning, a television, private bathroom, and then we'll also have food and beverages that will come with the package. And so if you've ever been to a conference, there's nothing like 40,000 women trying to eat, go to the bathroom, and move around all at the same time. And so the fact that this was an option was a bonus, because that would definitely save a lot of time. It'll save you trying to find a seat, coming to the venue and leaving the venue, as well as then you get 3 rows of seats outside, already secured inside of the suite and the cushion seats. So that is what the suite experience is. It's us coming together, still focusing on surrender and obedience, and really centering in on what God is saying to us in this season about the areas of our lives where we need to surrender, the areas of our lives where we need to be obedient. And so, again, I encourage everybody, if you haven't already done so, to join the daily fast, that are being sent out from the Woman Evolved group, on all social platforms. I think they have links to those, as well as I'll send one in the email that comes with the edited version of the video that we're recording right now. Okay. Yes. Come on. What you say, child, for Pastor Wakeisha? What you say, child? Pastor Keisha be over here just talking. I didn't click none of the buttons. Okay. So let's talk packages. So there's different options for those depending on what you are trying to do. There's different options for depending on what you're trying to do. If you just want to come join us in the suite, hang out for the 3 days, have food, have a reserved seat, have air conditioning, you know, all of those things. That is, here you see that's $400 for that particular thing by itself, right? So that's your entrance to the conference, that's your suite access, and that's your food. So that's $400. If you want to add lodging, right? If you want to add lodging, now I am very much aware that there are multiple people doing different things when it comes to lodging. Some people want to have a room by themselves. Some people want to share a room with one other person. Some people want to have three share rooms with, 3 people share a room, and other people are comfortable doing 2 doubles with with a quad with 4 people. And so what I did do was I pulled together 2 options, and I chose Spring Hill Suites, because those were the most relaxed when it came to cancellation dates. They were the most relaxed when it came to economical. Again, remember, I chose the most economic because, well, not the most economic. I won't say that, because there were some cheaper things, but I don't think y'all wanted to stay there. But I chose what made sense based on the input from those who had expressed interest going. And so these are some of the options that were given. And so I just wanted to make sure that we um, review those options so everybody knows exactly what you're choosing. And Hill, Mansfield. And I'm going to pull them up so that you can actually see what I'm talking about, right? Because it's different. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again with you all. So here's the 2 different packages you have. Option number 2 is the Spring Hill Suites in Mansfield. Option number 3 is the Spring Hill Suites in Las Colinas. I did give you when you see the sign that says a number with room, that's what it is if you're a single person wanting a room to yourself. If there's a double, the DBL, that's if you are sharing your room with another person. If you're trying to do 3 people, that would be 350, that would be the third line. And then I did not put the cost on there if you're splitting it 4 ways, but you can just take the top number and divide it by 4 if that's what you so choose, right? If that's what you so choose. And so as you see here, here's a sample of what that would mean. For those who would say, okay, I want to do the option number 1, which is I need a ticket to the conference, and option number 2, which is mean I need a hotel staying the 25th through the 30th. Okay, this is for the 25th through the 30th. I know that it's going to cost me $400 for the ticket, and it's going to cost me $419 for lodgings, for a total of $819. Okay. And down here below, it does say that transportation, both flights, airfare, and ground transportation are not included. but that's a conversation that we can have. I encourage you, just looking at the different groups that are coming. There are different groups that may want to do different things together. And so it may be easier for you all to just grab a car and then maneuver around, or for those who are like me and would like to sometimes prefer to Uber and things of that particular nature, that too is an option. Each hotel option is about 17 minutes or 20 to 25 minutes from Globe Life Field, where Woman Evolve is taking place. And so I'm going to show them to you as so you should be able to see my screen here. This is your Spring Hill Suites, Dallas, Mansfield. As you can see, all of the rooms are 2 double beds, and then there is a trundle option. It is a newer hotel. It was built within the last 7 or 8 years, I believe. If we go to photos and we look at, so this is what it looks like here on the inside. These are what the rooms look like. And then you see that there's a trundle bed if there wants to be a third person to sleep in the twin size there. But it does also offer free breakfast at that particular hotel. It has a gym and some of the other amenities. And so, again, you too can also, if you so choose, go here and look around if you want. I have already reserved the rooms for our group, so that they would be on hold and we would not have to, try to be maneuvering around with various different things. And so, because I have reserved multiple different things, at some point, um, oh, sorry, at some point, I will narrow those things down. I know there are a few of those who are going who would prefer um, a higher cost option that's closer to the venue, and I do have those available as well. Um, and here is the location that is for people who are looking for more of a 2-bedroom situation where you have 2 beds and a sofa bed for a third person, right? So this is that particular thing. It's a 2-bedroom queen sofa bed suite, where there's 2 beds in here, and then this particular bed here pulls out to be a sofa bed. It doesn't show it, but I know that it does it. So it says that here, sofa, and sofa bed. So you see there that there's a sofa bed there. It also has free breakfast. It is closer, happens to be closer to the airport. So for those who may want to stay closer to the airport for ease of maneuvering around, you can do that as well. And so, I mean, that's an option as well. Now, for those who are looking for higher cost options, you would have to reach out to me directly, as um, there is an option on the website so that you can set up a consultation with me and we can walk through and talk about some of the options. Oh yeah, you can't see the screen. It's only on YouTube. I can't show it on Facebook, unfortunately. I'm not sure why it won't allow me, but I am going to resend this recording to everybody inside the email who's going to. One of the reasons why I was trying to tape it the way I was taping it was so that I could be recording it for repurposing. What your next steps? So what are your next steps? You would want to confirm your attendance by booking, either purchasing your ticket, booking a consultation, and that will trigger our team to send you more detailed information. Let us know what your lodging option is. So if you're going to opt to allow us to secure your room, if you're going to secure your own, how that's going to setup's going to go. Then you would want to arrange your airfare and your ground transportation, because neither one of those are included in this package. So there's no airfare or ground transportation in the package. Now, I did look at doing a van. And so I believe when I looked at the cost of doing the van and the restrictions of us all having to move as a unit, And the pluses and minuses of it, it made more sense because in Dallas, rental cars can be relatively inexpensive and you can split them three ways with somebody. So you could possibly wind up paying $50 to have a car for the whole week if you're splitting it with other people. So I just left that up to the individuals. But if you book the consult, then we can talk about how I can better support you in that. And if there's other people in our group who desire to have another partner with that. I do know that there are some who would like to have roommates. And so knowing mostly everybody that's going, well, it was easy for me to put a couple people together. And then you're going to want to submit your travel information to our team so that normally when we have the confirmation of what your desires are, then we will send you this email, which is being composed for the hotel options. And then we'll go from there. So this is the time for we can ask some questions. But before we do that, I also want to go to the website that if you have any questions, this is where you can go to pull that up. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen here. So this is the website, which is at gettingoutofgodsway.com. So the W and the E stand for Woman Evolve at gettingoutofgodsway.com. And you can see here, it tells you we're 32 days away from Woman Evolve conference. It starts on Thursday, the 26th, and ends on Saturday, September 28th. And you see this that says count me in. So if you hit count me in, that will allow you, oh, so that just means, give me 1 second. That just means I did not do what I thought I did. Okay. There will be this count me in button will actually soon be a booking one. Because if you, here, I'm going to put this inside the chat for, if you want to book a consultation, I just put the link to my calendar in there so that we could book a consult and have whatever necessary conversations that we need to have to ensure that you have what you need leading up to the conference time. So I am going to put the link here. Yeah, this is okay. So we have that link for any questions, concerns, if you haven't been able to put them here. Then secondly, we talk about gathering together is so sweet. And this goes over again, the conference ticket, your private suite access, reserved seating, another option to save seats. I got you, girl. The lineup, there's links to the lineups on this page as well, your conference lineup and the full schedule, because they do change occasionally. A rough draft of this schedule, a little bit more about me, and again, option to pay in full. The option to pay partial pay will not be available, as you'll see here in the next slide. And then there's contact information at the bottom of this page as well. You'll see on the next slide that these are pay options. It's always best to pay by Zelle. There are no other fees incurred if you do so. So this is the information to pay via Zelle. Looks like the Cash App got covered up, but that is, I will include a copy of the presentation inside the slides that go with this. So if you either post inside this particular chat, DM me on any of the social platforms, then I can respond to you. And then this is just our Stay Connected slide. This is our Stay Connected slide, how to reach me on Instagram, Facebook, and then our YouTube page. The phone number to the office for my daddy is the bomb is here, as well as the email for gettingoutofgodsway.com and the website. Again, The website for Woman Evolved, the actual website directly to the Woman Evolved link is we.gettingoutofgodsway.com. And then that has all things Woman Evolved on it. However, for those of us who have already committed to going, those of us who've already made their payments, those of us who already said what your preference was with housing, we will have a Zoom call, which I actually have a Zoom call open right now. I just don't, uh, no one is in there at the present moment. So we do have an opportunity to ask. I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions and have one-on-one information, but I wanted to get this out because one of the things that I do know and that I wanted to share with you all who are going to Woman Evolve, that came across my pathway today earlier, was the option for flights, right? So there was some other different flight options that were given, and discounted things and suggestions around where to take take a hotel from, which I will include that in an email as well. But what I do want to show you is to share this screen yet again. And here are some travel codes, right? So if you're flying on Delta, if you're flying on Southwest, um, they gave a few codes that you can use to get a discount on your flight information. I did find that my flight was already cheaper. So just so that you know, this is where that is housed, and all of these items can be found on the um, Woman Evolve conference site. So if you have questions and things of that particular nature, you should, I would say, make yourself familiar with that, or just reach out to me. You can do that as well, and I'll answer any questions that you may have. Or you can just post it in the group or in any of these chats, and then I can respond to you um, to assist with answering your question. But as of right now, do we have anyone who has any questions um, that you want to type in? I see there's 3 people inside there's 3 people inside Transform and Travel, and then there's a few people inside of our YouTube channel. And again, we are going to Woman Evolve. I will send out the notification to do the Zoom call, which we can do on sometime on Monday, so that you can ask all of the necessary questions in person. Or if you want to me to send you the link to the Zoom call so you can ask questions tonight, if you just say Zoom inside the chat, I will connect you with me inside the Zoom. Okay. Or I can just send you a link to the Zoom, Tasha. Um, or if you're inside of Transform and Travel, you can just click on Zoom link and you would automatically join the Zoom that I'm in, right? So if you just click on that already, it will allow you to have access to me directly right now. So if you just click on that, let's see if I can get it to work for those on these other platforms. I was trying not to post it on, did not want to post it inside the YouTube channel because that would be not as secure. So I am going to post it inside of our group, inside of our Facebook devotional group. And then that way, put that in here. No, not on Saturday night. It's on Sunday, Sunday 9 a.m. The service at the Potter's House is Sunday 9 a.m. and Wednesday night Bible study is from 7 to 9 on the 25th. So for those who are on YouTube, I believe that. Okay, that's not working. I was going to tell you something, but I can't. Okay, there it is. For those of you who are on YouTube, you can go over to our devotional page at Getting Out of God's Way Devotional. And if you click on the link to join the Zoom, you can pop in the Zoom with me if you have questions, and then I can answer you. And then that way you can have all your questions answered to begin to look at various different things in regards to logic. If you are one of my people who's looking to be right across the street, oh, you're in the Zoom. Let me go to the Zoom. Okay. If you're one of my people who want to be, no, this is not the Zoom, I don't think. Oh, well, you can be in here too. You can ask me. The Zoom is live. It's actually a video. I don't see anybody in here. So you would have to not click on the live meeting, Tasha, but you need to actually physically click on the Zoom. So what you want to do is go into the Facebook group and click on the link that I posted there to get inside the Zoom. Same for anybody else. If you go to Getting Out of God's Way Devotional Group, you can get on the link to that group. Here, let's see if I can get inside Travel and Transform. But if anybody else have any other questions, I'm going to try to answer. I'm going to send you, ladies, I'll send you all the presentation. I'm trying to find, every whim. This is, when I say between Facebook and Zoom no longer linking together the way that I was accustomed to them linking, and then YouTube doing its own thing. Awesome. Got it. Sweet. God bless you. I love you. Can you see me? Tosh, you coming over here? Okay, I think you're on mute. I see you're on mute. I see you in the Zoom, but you're on mute. Any other questions? Oh, I hear you now, I think. Oh, I'm not. Woo, that was a lot. Let me get out of there. Okay, here's the chat. I'm like, how do I put the chat? Okay. Okay, that's the link to the Zoom, Tosh. Okay, now I'm coming back to the Zoom, Lady Lucy. I'm coming back. Okay. Hey, Lady Lucy, you have a question?
So the service is Sunday at 9:00. And what time is it over? You don't know?
It probably 12 or 12:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order for us to get our flights, if we leave, we may as well leave Sunday instead of staying till Monday.
Well, the only difference with just it depends on what the pricing is, right? What I found was it was cheaper to leave on Monday. And
it is?
And because with Marriott, if you buy 5 nights of a hotel, they give you 1 night free. So
okay.
Yeah, so
okay, then well we'll go ahead and do, because we're gonna get our tickets Wednesday when I'm off. We're gonna go get them.
Okay, and then
is it cheaper? A question: is it cheaper to go to the airport, or could we just go online?
It depends.
They keep saying
it depends.
It's cheaper.
Which airline?
Delta.
Well, Delta is the same online.
It's the same. That's what I try to tell. She insists on going out to the airport.
Yeah. No, now if you're flying Spirit, you have
No,
a
we're not going
change.
there.
But Delta is normally the same online. And if you, depending on if you are a Delta member, right? So if you're a Delta member, sometimes you get an additional 15% off.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna email you the code for the Delta discount for the tickets of, so there's a Delta discount in the Woman Evolve chat where they put in a code here. Let me, I'll say it to you what it is now so that you can have it when you guys go to do it. But yeah, there's no need to drive to the airport
Yeah, that's
for
what I
Delta.
kept, I try to tell Miss Mosby.
Don't you try to get me in trouble. So it's NY2EX is the code for that. Oh, I see you, Tosh.
Wait a
I see
minute. I
you.
was, no, I'm at, I'm at work. Okay.
Tasha, why
Let
you
me
got your
write.
video on?
Okay. What's that again?
No, it's NY2EX.
Mm-hmm. 2EX.
Yes.
Okay. NY2EX.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we put that code in and we'll get the discount. Okay. Praise God. We don't have to go to the airport. Whew. We can do it.
Right.
Oh my God.
You're like, no. Yeah, it's easier to just do it online.
I know. That's what,
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We can go ahead. So we can get it, Tuesday they get cheaper anyway. So okay. That's our discount.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tuesday they do come. They go down. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have the conversation tonight so everybody could decide what they wanted to do, where they wanted it to be. Tasha, you were here somewhere, but I don't know how I lost you.
I'm here.
Oh, wait, where you at, girl? Listen. Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, so then I have that. Did you have any more questions, Lady Lucy?
Okay, one more question. Okay,
ma'am.
the hotel that we had given you that we were, is that the one that you were talking about today, Spring Hill? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's the one that you were talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we're good. Oh, we can go get our tickets and we'll be on the road. So do we have to send you the money for the hotel or what do we have to do?
Yeah. So that would be the end by the end of the month is money for the hotel. If we need to have a conversation about it, then we can have a conversation about it.
Okay, the end of the month. Okay.
Yeah.
Of this month, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that one of the things that did also that I wanted to put in everybody's, just to make everybody aware of, was I did get an opportunity as plans are changing for some people, and just like I have multiple rooms secure, a lot of times people start releasing rooms at during the last time, like when it gets closer. And so one of the reasons why I wanted to have everything by the end of the month was that if we saw something that was closer, right?
Okay.
That works well for what we were trying to do, that we could just go ahead and take care of it. Oh.
Okay, then that'll work then. So we'll get the full price and we three get together and pay. Okay, I let them know had their money by the end of the month for that. Okay. And we'll be good to go.
All right.
Okay, then. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can call and wake up Miss Mosby now.
Oh Lord, don't wake her up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I see you in the morning.
What'd you say? In the morning?
No, you're working tonight. Oh, okay.
No. Okay, I love you.
All right, love you too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Tosh, you have a question?
I'm coming on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My money always come in late, but I take care of my bill.
Mm-hmm.
So you said the end of the month is when you're wanting it, but I don't get it to the first of the month.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That ain't a conversation you need to have on the live, baby.
I know, I was trying. You ain't still recording, are you?
Yes.
Oh no, we ain't. Okay, anyway. We're gonna keep on going on across the conversation. Can you edit that out?
Just keep. Can you come on focus? What's up?
Okay, and the other question is, about the hotel room. You still got us what we had discussed earlier.
Yes, it's the same place.
Okay. That's all I want. And we're doing the 25th through the 29th or the 30th.
Um, well, it's different for each person. I believe that there's someone's doing someone's leaving Sunday,
But what's
and
our group doing? I'm just trying, the
that's what I'm
group
saying.
that my
The group
my
is all
roommate.
different. All the group is different, right?
Oh
So
Lord.
it just depends on what your work schedule is. So just tell us what you need to do, and then we'll go
Because I
from
had
there.
scheduled for I had did the same days we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I had told my people that I was gonna be out for the same time.
Okay. Did you
So
did you include Monday or did you not? I
I
don't.
didn't I included Monday.
Yeah. Okay. I don't say I don't remember. Was it?
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah.
stayed over to because I didn't want to miss.
And then I know that because there's a few that are going. Hey, Toro. There are a few that are going early because they have
Right.
other
And
things.
I'm coming in. We discussed that I will come in on that Wednesday because there was no need for me to come in on that Tuesday.
Okay. Yep. So I think that's still the same. Nothing has changed as far as I know with those things.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm paying for the 5 days, the Wednesday through the Monday.
Just put just book on the calendar,
Okay.
and then that way
Yes, we can discuss everything.
then I can have the um, breakdown, right? I can put the breakdown together, and then we just kind of know what everything is.
Okay. Okay.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm gonna take my medication, so I'm stuttering a little bit.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I think that's all I can think of right now. And I'm gonna let you move on to the next person.
Okay, I don't think it's any next people. Nobody else came in the.
Okay, I was just trying to make it clear, make sure I was clear. I was still on the fence with the ticket. I found one, I
I
think.
don't need to hear all the rest of it because.
Oh, girl, I
Thank
forgot
you.
about that. Okay, and I think that's about it.
Okay.
Okay,
You have any
girl,
more questions?
no, ma'am, I'm good. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
I can forgive you. Let me get out of here.
I got you.
Okay. Oh Lord, Dawn she got to do this thing.
All right. So everybody who is in, everybody's good. Anybody? Um, for those who were inside Transforming Travel, um, I apologize, but my phone died. So what? You couldn't do anything else. For those who have already purchased your ticket, know where you're going, just make sure that you check your email. Tomorrow, there'll be some instructions around your next steps. Again, I will repeat what the next steps should be for each person. This would be your next step is to confirm your attendance, or that's I'm talking to new people who haven't purchased your ticket. Again, we have 4 tickets remaining, and those will go first come, first serve. If you are in need of a lodging option, I need to know ASAP because as of Tuesday, I will be releasing all of the extra rooms that I'm holding, whether they're close to the venue or whether they are with our group. And so I just need to know prior to Tuesday what your intentions are, right? I need to know what your intentions are prior to Tuesday. And then arranging airfare and ground transportation. So those of you who need to make sure that you have airfare, that you need airfare, then I suggest that you do so. The ticket prices have been extremely reasonable. So the ticket prices have been extremely reasonable. And so I would suggest that you grab your tickets. I mean, I paid $212 for my round trip ticket on Delta to Dallas. And so again, that was without any coupons or anything of that nature. And so I avail you to secure your flight because those are the things that go up faster. Um, I've already secured the hotel rooms for those who want to stay where the group is staying. So that's again, conversation. I just need to know that ASAP. And then the other things that we need to make sure that you have is that you have a discussion around transportation, right? Have a discussion around transportation. Are you going to need transportation while you're there? Should you factor that into where you're staying? And what that may look like. Did you want to get in one of the vehicles that someone else is already renting? And so we just need to know all of those things. And I'll give you an option. I have a form that I will give you a link to when the email comes. You just click on that form, tell me what your flight and arrangements are. And if you're staying at the hotel and things of that particular nature. If you know of someone who is interested in joining us, please, 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 ASAP, send them the information and make sure that they reach out to me ASAP. That way I know that I need to hold or have a conversation with them sooner than I have a conversation with those who are already a part of our group, so that I can ensure that I can assist them with the request. And I don't want them waiting on me and miss it. Again, if you cannot join us, but you still want to go to Woman Evolve, please know that on the Woman Evolve website, there are options to still enroll to register for the conference that are less expensive than the Suite Experience, because the Suite Experience does have some other benefits and perks with it. So that ticket price is just a tad bit higher than just a regular Woman Evolve ticket, again, because it comes with food, it comes with having your own space, your own entry, and all those other kind of things. So that cost is just a little bit more expensive than just registering as a friend level, I believe. I'm not sure. I think friend level right now is $225. I'm not 100% sure, but I am saying my goal is for you to get there, right? And so the same thing I say to those who are coming to Woman Evolve. I haven't added not one dime, so I don't make any money off your hotel stay. So you can just as well call the hotel yourself and register for you and your friend, or however you want to do it. I just need to know that that's what your plan is, right? So that I'm not holding a room and you've already secured one. So again, thank you all for listening. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for those who are coming. We will be on our way sooner than later. And so again, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, just please make sure that you reach out, as soon as possible. This is the contact information to do that. And so uh, again, here's the phone number to the offices for My Daddy is the Bomb. This is the email for the admin at Getting Out of God's Way. And then there's a website that you can go to purchase your book if you need to do so, or if you need to get to the Woman Evolve website. If you want to make payment, the quickest, easiest, most simplest way is to just Zelle it. And the Zelle information is info@mydaddyisthebomb.com. You can just Zelle it right to me, and we can have that conversation around how we move forward. So again, thank you all for joining. Go get some rest. I am gonna go to sleep because I have to go to worship service tomorrow. But I just wanted to make sure that I hopped in, had this conversation, so that those of you who are wanting to make your next arrangements, that you could do so, as well as I could get the slides, this video, and some intake information out to the group this week, so that we can have our call on Monday. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you all. Have a good night, and I'll see you all soon.